Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squared for boxing news and views from around the internet. The Hughie Fury comeback tour in search of divisional relevancy will continue on the 27th of September. He will be facing the German heavyweight Christian Thun, who has just the one loss. This will be on a GBM card which will be on DAZN, and this is in Sheffield, so the 27th of September. So Hughie Fury, and I guess the first thing you might note is a very young, spry-looking Hughie Fury compared to some more recent iterations, still under 30 years old. Hughie Fury, just a baby in the heavyweight division, as they say. So this is not a bad fight. It's the third of the comeback tour for Hughie Fury, who was out for a couple of years, had long COVID symptoms, never had a fight with Michael Hunter that was scheduled twice in 2022. This year he's faced Konstantin Doboshenko, got the 6 rounds then against Doboshenko. No shame in not stopping him. Doboshenko is the most durable journeyman right now in the division. He had a very soft touch in Patrick Court, that was in May, and now we've got him back in September. So if he gets through this and wins, probably another fight by the end of the year. So in Christian Thun, facing the 9-1 German heavyweight, 32 years old. He's actually taller than Fury. He's 6'8.5" and a legit 6'8". You know, when you see him in Tyson Fury, he is actually taller than him. So you have Thun, who unexpectedly lost a couple of years ago, and you can see him there in the record against Curtis Harper. Dropped in that fight, took a couple of rounds to get his bearings back, but it wasn't enough. He got outworked in that one and outpointed by a very good, durable journeyman in Harper. So he's been on the comeback himself, had a comeback fight against Jason Bergman at the start of this year, and now he's the away fighter against Fury. So you'd have to say Hughie Fury goes in a strong favourite for this fight. But I think he's going to have to work for it. He's going to have to box. He's going to have to move. He's going to have to, find some openings against the longer and taller Thun. But given Harper was able to find the target, and Thun does have a bit of a habit sometimes pulling back and chin straight in the air, there will be some openings, I'm sure, for Hughie Fury. For Christian Thun, he's taking this as an opportunity as a guy who, after that Harper fight, hasn't been up to much. That was a couple of years ago now, looking to try get straight back into some divisional relevancy. Certainly an underdog in this one, but he does have a good jab. He can punch. We've seen in a couple of fights, like against Amron Sands, absolutely demolished him, and in a couple of other fights, he had looked decent. So he's got the ingredients and some of the tools, but it remains to be seen whether he'll be able to get past the, I think, very durable, but, lacking in rounds Hughie Fury, who really we haven't seen a lot of in recent years due to the long COVID. And given, Hughie Fury's been off the scene and hasn't been relevant, hard to sort of know where he's really at. I think this fight will tell us a little bit more. Some of the guys that he's fought more recently, like Doboshenko. Doboshenko is uber durable, but just doesn't really have a huge offensive game. Patrick Court is a big stiff target who Hughie Fury was able to stop in 2 rounds. So this one here, I think he's going to have to use a little bit more from the tool bag. He's going to have to box and move, use the jab, try to create some openings. I'm sure we're going to see that slinging right hand coming in, and I would expect that he should win this one. Currently, he is rated number 32 in the world, and based off what he's been doing in recent years, that's probably not too unfair. Some people may say he should be a little bit higher, but, boxing is a bit of, especially heavyweight boxing, a what have you done for me lately sport, because sometimes a year or two can make all the difference in terms of you're up, you're down, or sometimes you're going nowhere. Christian Thun, he's been on his social media in recent times, and especially since the loss, sort of couching it as, he's coming, basically for a comeback, and his social media is very slick. He's got a lot of very slickly produced clips talking about coming back. He's also part of a supplements company, Nebula Labs. That's his company, I believe. So, he seems to be doing well for himself and, committed to the sport, trying to do something, and he's in the away corner here. So I think he's got all the motivation in the world to fight well, to do well, to try to do something. But this could be just a little too much. I mean, Curtis Harper is a lower level fighter than Hughie Fury. He was able to, I think, catch Thun a little bit napping in terms of the seriousness in which he took Harper, because I think he thought he was just going to get that one. And basically sort of move on to the next one, and it's really sort of derailed, at least for the time being, his career. And now he's in the away corner. He had been on some pro box cards and some cards in sort of Miami area. That's where he lives. So he's traveling to the UK for this GBM Promotions card with the, as you can see here, this is a very, this promo poster, I can't get over how different it actually looks to the current version of Hughie Fury. It's it's kind of like a bit of a bait and switch catfish with the promo poster. But I like to see that they're matching Hughie Fury with the guy who's, got some durability, he's got some skills, and he's a little bit taller, because I think Hughie Fury is going to have, at some point, be facing guys that there or thereabouts in terms of his height, his reach, and they will have some advantages over him. So given he's been out for so long, it'll be good to sort of see where his skills are at. He may still be a little bit rusty, but under his father, Peter Fury, obviously, well drilled, and he will be, you would expect, in good condition, ready to go the rounds should it go that far. But given that Thun was, beaten by Curtis Harper, you would hope that Hughie Fury would be able to go in there and do a bit of a number on him, perform well, even if it goes the rounds, just to be able to be slick, basically outclass him and make it beyond doubt, and that, he showed that he was levels above. You don't want to see him sort of struggling or just kind of going through the motions, because at the end of the day, and someone like Hughie Fury hasn't always been cognizant of this and hasn't fought the way that maybe fans would like him to see him fight. It's an entertainment sport, and Hughie Fury often delivers very little entertainment in some of his fights, and that's been a criticism of him, and a lot of fans are just kind of like ho-hum on Hughie Fury. I'm sure some people will be saying, Hughie Fury, so what? He's been on the scene forever, he's fallen short, he hasn't often delivered entertainment, sometimes he's been in terrible, they're not spectacles. And in this day and age, where we're getting, especially with the Saudis bankrolling a lot of 50-50s, we're seeing a lot of stoppages, a lot of really close competitive fights. You want to see Hughie Fury, if he's going to get back in the mix, actually put up something that's worth our time, and we can come away going, yeah, we want to see him again, because you don't always get that with Hughie Fury. I mean, I'm not trying to knock the guy, but, at the end of the day, it's an entertainment sport. He's been kind of off the shelf for a while. He's calling for bigger fights, saying he wants Chisora or White, but at the moment, that's delusion. He's got to actually go in there and make a statement for us to go, well, okay, well, maybe another fight or two, you would deserve that. Right now, I don't think he's in the conversation. But I like this fight. I think this is a good fight, a good what next step for him. For Christian Thun, it's all upside for him, because if he goes in there and causes an upset somehow, obviously that will propel his career into a different sort of stratosphere. He would be getting better fringe contender level fights. I don't think he wins this one. I think Hughie Fury should win this one if he's got anything left. So we'll see. Hughie Fury back September 27th against Christian Thun. What do you make of it all? Drop a comment. Loud and often. Hit like, hit subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Boxing_squared. I'm out.